Hello, New York Yankees fans. We have brand new exclusive videos and the latest news for you. Before we get started, we'd like to invite you to join our channel and give this video a like. It's crucial to get exclusive access to the latest updates. There's been a storm brewing in the heart of New York, and the eye of it just might be Derek Jeter, the Yankees legend, a man who spent 20 years defining what it means to wear that pinstripe uniform, has reportedly voiced criticism that has rippled through the clubhouse and the fan base alike. Imagine the whispers, the murmurs across the stadiums and sports bars, as fans and analysts alike try to piece together exactly what Jeter meant. This is not a casual comment from a former player. This is Derek Jeter, a man whose very name is synonymous with the Yankees' legacy, the kind of figure whose opinion can ignite debates from the Bronx to Tokyo. Rumors suggest that Jeter's words were sharp, cutting into the culture and habits of a team that has long prided itself on resilience and discipline. Fans are dissecting every sentence, every gesture he made during interviews, trying to understand whether this is a personal critique of management, coaching, or the players themselves. Analysts speculate on whether this is a wake-up call, a subtle warning that even legends are willing to speak out when they sense the organization drifting from its values. Social media has erupted with speculation, memes, and fiery threads debating the meaning behind Jeter's pointed remarks. And the New York tabloids are not holding back, seizing every moment to amplify the tension and keep the story alive. It is as if every word Jeter utters now carries the weight of history and expectation, and the city itself is holding its breath to see what comes next. Sources close to the team hint that Jeter's critique was not born out of anger, but out of concern. This is a man who has watched the Yankees navigate both triumph and turmoil, someone who has seen the highs of championship glory and the lows of public scrutiny. The rumor mill is buzzing with details about which aspects of the team Jeter allegedly criticized, and insiders whisper about everything from training methods to clubhouse morale. There are claims that Jeter's comments touched on the lack of cohesion among certain players, hinting that the legendary discipline and commitment he once saw might be waning. Fans and former players alike are taking sides, some agreeing that a veteran voice calling out weaknesses is necessary, while others feel it is unfair to publicly question a current roster. There is also speculation that management may feel the pressure to respond, whether through public statements or internal adjustments, to ensure that the critique does not destabilize team chemistry. The narrative around Jeter's words is growing, with sports networks replaying clips, analyzing gestures, and inviting pundits to dissect the implications. Meanwhile, fan forums are a battleground, filled with passionate debates, nostalgic reflections on Jeter's glory days, and heated opinions on how the team should respond. What makes this so compelling is that Jeter, with all his accolades, is still seen as a voice of authority, a figure whose insights carry far more weight than that of any ordinary commentator. This makes every rumor, every snippet of his speech, a potential spark for the next headline or viral clip, feeding a frenzy that seems almost unstoppable. Rumors suggest that Jeter may have addressed issues that are not visible to the casual fan, pointing toward strategic decisions that have long-term implications for the Yankees' performance. His critique is said to touch on elements like player development, the integration of young talent, and even the culture surrounding training and practice sessions. Some sources indicate that he highlighted how certain habits, if left unchecked, could impact the team's future championships. There is speculation that these comments may resonate with some players while alienating others, creating a dynamic where locker room conversations could shift dramatically. Analysts suggest that a former captain speaking out publicly is unusual, given the often private nature of such critiques, which fuels the rumor that Jeter's intentions are serious and deliberate. Social media continues to amplify these whispers, with fans posting videos, editing clips with dramatic music, and creating threads dissecting every syllable of his interviews. The intrigue deepens as insiders hint that management may now be quietly reconsidering internal strategies, potentially implementing subtle changes in response to Jeter's observations. While the team itself has not issued an official response, the buzz is undeniable, leaving the Yankees in the center of a narrative that blurs the lines between critique, advice, and controversy. Even casual baseball fans outside New York are tuning in, curious to see how a legend's opinion might shift the trajectory of a team that has historically been untouchable in the public eye. The tension is palpable, and speculation continues to build as everyone waits for the next move, the next statement, or the next hint that could confirm or deny the weight of Jeter's critique. Sources claim that part of the reason this story is spreading so quickly is the dual nature of Jeter's reputation. He is both revered and scrutinized, celebrated for his legacy, yet closely analyzed for every public remark. This duality has created a climate where every interview becomes a headline, every comment a spark for speculation. The rumor is that Jeter's critique may involve both technical aspects of gameplay and intangible aspects such as leadership presence, discipline, and a mental approach of players under pressure. Fans are dissecting every potential target of his words, from veterans on the roster to emerging young talents, weighing whether Jeter's criticism is justified or perhaps too blunt. There is talk that some players may feel defensive, while others might welcome the insight from a man who led the Yankees through decades of intense competition. Analysts are framing the narrative as a potential turning point, suggesting that if the team acknowledges Jeter's points, it could lead to structural changes in coaching approaches or player development plans. Meanwhile, the rumor mill thrives, with imagined scenarios ranging from locker room confrontations to motivational speeches inspired by Jeter's words. Social media engagement is skyrocketing, with hashtags and trending topics keeping the story alive, fueling speculation and debate across every platform. The sense of drama is heightened because the Yankees have a history of being both revered and relentlessly scrutinized, and now a legendary voice has entered the conversation in a way that could shift public perception and internal dynamics alike. The buzz continues to grow, and fans are hanging on every piece of information, eager to see if Jeter's critique will lead to tangible changes or remain a provocative statement in the lore of New York baseball. The rumor surrounding Jeter's comments has reportedly sparked debate even beyond the United States, reaching international audiences who follow Major League Baseball closely. Analysts in Europe and Asia are reportedly weighing in, offering perspectives on what it means for a team with a history as storied as the Yankees. Some speculate that Jeter's critique might influence broader organizational decisions, such as scouting strategies, international signings, or even managerial approaches. The intrigue is not just local. It has become a topic of global discussion, with international sports media referencing the impact of a legend speaking out. Fans in multiple time zones are tuning in, translating interviews, and participating in virtual discussions, creating a worldwide conversation. The rumor is amplified by the tension between respecting a team legend and navigating the challenges of a modern roster with evolving dynamics. Analysts suggest that this blend of historical reverence and contemporary scrutiny makes Jeter's critique especially potent, potentially affecting both morale and public perception. The social media frenzy continues to grow, with posts going viral, clips being reshared, and discussions turning into heated debates about accountability, culture, and the legacy of one of baseball's most iconic teams. The narrative is evolving in real time, and speculation runs rampant about what changes, if any, the organization might implement in response. This global attention underscores the unique position Jeter holds, both as a former player and as a critical voice whose opinions can reverberate far beyond New York, turning a single critique into a story that captivates the world of baseball enthusiasts everywhere. Insiders suggest that the impact of Jeter's words may extend beyond the team itself, potentially influencing the perceptions of fans, media, and sponsors alike. The rumor is that organizations associated with the Yankees are watching closely, assessing the implications for branding, partnerships, and fan engagement. Jeter's comments, though not officially detailed, are seen as a subtle critique of operational choices that may affect the public image of the team. The ongoing speculation raises questions about whether management will choose to respond publicly, maintain silence, or implement strategic adjustments behind closed doors. Analysts argue that Jeter's critique could catalyze a period of reflection and potential restructuring, especially if the organization values the perspective of one of its most iconic figures. The fan response has been intense, with debates erupting on social media platforms, sports forums, and comment sections, all dissecting every nuance of the story. The rumor-driven nature of the narrative feeds into the tension, creating a sense of urgency and intrigue that feels almost cinematic. Some fans are advocating for action, believing that Jeter's insight could save the team from repeated mistakes, while others warn against overreacting to the words of a former player. Amid this swirling speculation, the Yankees' next moves, whether in press statements, tactical decisions, or player management, are being scrutinized with unprecedented attention. Every tweet, every interview, and every insider leak is analyzed, creating a constant feedback loop of rumor and reaction that keeps the story alive and evolving. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. The rumor also touches on the potential consequences within the clubhouse, where players may be grappling with the weight of Jeter's critique. Sources close to the team hint that locker room dynamics could shift, with some players feeling inspired to step up, while others may feel targeted or scrutinized. The psychological impact of a legendary figure speaking out is significant, particularly in a sport where mental toughness and focus are crucial. Analysts suggest that even subtle changes in morale can ripple through a season, affecting performance, strategy, and cohesion. Fans are speculating about which players might respond positively to Jeter's insight and which might resist or dismiss it, creating a layered narrative that adds tension to every game, practice, and interaction. The rumor mill is alive with imagined scenarios, ranging from motivational meetings sparked by the critique to behind-the-scenes debates about accountability and responsibility. Social media amplifies these speculations, with fans creating detailed analyses, memes, and even imagined dialogues between Jeter and current players. The discussion goes beyond the field, touching on culture, leadership, and the intangible qualities that define successful teams. This makes Jeter's commentary, whether directly confirmed or not, a central topic for discussion, affecting perceptions of the Yankees at every level, from the fans in the stands to the strategists behind the scenes. The ripple effects of this critique are being felt far and wide, highlighting the enduring influence of a figure whose legacy continues to shape the team long after his playing days. There are whispers that Jeter's remarks may also influence future organizational decisions, potentially affecting coaching strategies, player evaluations, and even recruitment priorities. Rumors indicate that the team may be reconsidering internal policies or the approach to leadership development, seeking ways to align current practices with the culture that Jeter once championed. Analysts are weighing the possibility that the critique could lead to changes in how the Yankees integrate young players, handle veteran roles, or structure internal communications. Fans are divided, with some viewing the critique as a necessary catalyst for improvement, while others fear that such public commentary could destabilize the team's cohesion. Media outlets continue to speculate, replaying Jeter's interviews, highlighting key moments, and framing the narrative as a potential turning point for the franchise. The story has evolved beyond a simple critique, becoming a complex rumor with multiple potential outcomes, each carrying its own weight and implications. Social media engagement continues at a fever pitch, with discussion threads, fan videos, and opinion polls creating an ongoing dialogue. The tension is palpable, as fans and insiders alike try to interpret the intentions behind Jeter's words and predict the team's response. This layered narrative, blending rumor, speculation, and the enduring legacy of one of baseball's greatest players, keeps audiences captivated and ensures that every subsequent move by the Yankees is scrutinized in light of Jeter's critique. Speculation continues that Jeter's comments may also influence broader conversations about team culture and accountability in professional sports. Analysts argue that when a figure of his stature speaks out, It invites reflection not just within the organization, but across the league. The rumor is that other teams may even study this scenario as a case of veteran influence, evaluating how criticism from legendary players can shape decisions and perceptions. Fans have taken to forums to debate the broader implications, discussing the role of leadership, the balance between tradition and innovation, and the responsibilities of both current and former players. Some suggest that Jeter's critique could serve as a blueprint for constructive feedback in professional sports, while others fear it could set a precedent for public scrutiny that disrupts team harmony. Media coverage emphasizes the tension between respect for legacy and accountability for current performance, creating a multi-layered conversation that extends far beyond the Yankees locker room. The rumor-driven narrative thrives on ambiguity, speculation, and interpretation, making every subsequent comment or reaction part of the evolving story. In this way, the impact of Jeter's critique transcends the immediate context, becoming a touchstone for discussions about culture, leadership, and the enduring influence of sports legends. Fans are captivated, insiders are speculating, and the story continues to unfold, blending fact, interpretation, and rumor into a narrative that feels both compelling and unpredictable. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.